Let's talk about one of history's most famous criminal cases, Dr. Crippen, the very first killer ever to be caught by wireless radio. But what if that legendary story, the one that made headlines all over the world, is completely and totally wrong?
Okay, so here's how the story goes. The year is 1910. Dr. Crippen's wife, Cora, just disappears. Cops search his house, and you guessed it, they find a human torso buried in the cellar. I mean, it seems like an open and shut case.
So Crippen and his mistress try to make a run for it on a ship headed to Canada. But, and this is the part that made him famous, the ship's captain got suspicious. He used the brand new wireless telegraph to tip off the police. They actually raced him across the Atlantic on a faster ship to make the arrest. It was a huge deal. The trial was a media circus. They found a piece of his pajamas near the body and a scar that supposedly matched his wife. And the jury, they took just 27 minutes to come back with a guilty verdict. And for almost a century, that's exactly where the story ended. Dr. Crippen was the bad guy, caught by amazing new technology. End of story. But then, in 2007, forensic scientists got their hands on the tissue samples that had been saved as evidence for nearly 100 years. They decided to run a DNA test. And what they found just completely unravels the whole case. First, the DNA from that torso, it doesn't match any of Cora Crippen's living relatives, not even close. But here's the absolute shocker. The DNA proved the remains weren't even female. The body in the cellar belonged to a man. So this leaves us with some mind-blowing questions. If the body in his cellar wasn't his wife, who was it? And does this mean that the legendary radio manhunt actually led to the execution of a totally innocent man? What was once a solved case is now one of history's greatest mysteries.